me ask you guys a question. Can y'all see these? Can they see those? Which one's bigger? Which one? Which one? What do you think? You think the red one's bigger? Red one's bigger. All right, let's go together. Which one of these is bigger? So far, what do we got? You think what do you think it is? You think it's Saul? What do you think? What's that word right there? Saul. What do you think this is going to say? Saul? All right, we'll keep on going. We got a Saul. We got... What does that say? Solve this. Solve this. We didn't love this. Solve this. What's that say? Solve this riddle. Does anybody think you're good at riddles? Yeah? Anybody watch the movie Batman? Anybody catching fish? What? Croaker, catfish, spot. Tilapia. When you go fishing, you actually catch some fish? Yeah, all right. Well, let me tell you a story about a man named Harvey. Is anybody heard the name Harvey? I know Harvey. So I'll tell you a story about a man named Harvey. Harvey went fishing. He went fishing with his two friends. Okay, Harvey went fishing with his two friends. See Harvey? Where's Harvey? I'm going to tell you where Harvey is. Harvey's out fishing with his two friends, and he hadn't been fishing too long when somebody shouted this. What's that say? Man overboard. I forgot to know. I wasn't good at spelling. So our first riddle, Harvey's out fishing with his friends. He's out on a nice day, and then somebody shouted, "Man overboard." What does that mean? Harvey fell out the boat, right? Now let me ask you a question. When Harvey went fishing that day, do you think he planned to fall out the boat? No. I don't think so, right? Things happen in life we don't plan on, right? We get up in the day, everything looks good. We get to school, we get bad news, we fail a test. Maybe mom and dad got a problem. Maybe you got a girlfriend, you break something. Any number of things can happen. You get in a wreck, you wreck your bike, you crash your skateboard. Things happen, right? We don't plan on. But there's a good story here. Moving on to the story. So Harvey's out here, right? He's out with his friends. He fell in the water. That's Harvey, floating in the water. His friends are trying to get him out. But something happened on this day that you need to know. Let me tell you what the weather was like on this day. This is our next word riddle. Somebody solve this riddle and tell me what the water was like on that day. Go ahead. What was it? What? It was clear. Yeah, it was clear. Can anybody tell me what this is? That's zero. What was the water like that day? We got, I heard 0 degrees. What's the word riddle? What are these three things under zero? Anybody know? Degrees. Degrees, that's right. The water was 3 degrees below zero. Good let me ask you a question. What happens if you go swimming in water that's 3 degrees below zero? You get hypothermia, right? That's some cold water. Anybody like swimming in cold water like that? Hypothermia means it's very cold. When you get cold, you ever so cold where your feet chatter and you shiver? So Harvey's out. His friends get him out of the water. They rush right away to get him out of that water, right? Let me take the next word riddle here. Y'all tell me what happens next. The next time Harvey, all Harvey's friends see him, where is Harvey? See if you can tell me what this says. Where's Harvey? 6 feet underground. Good job. What happened to Harvey? Harvey died, man. That's some cold water. You can't be in water that long before you die. But don't worry. Hold on. This is not the end of the story. Because, see, Harvey was prepared. If you're going to die, when's the best time to prepare for what happens after death? In this life or when you die? When's the best time to be prepared for it? In this life, why? Because you can't prepare for what happens after death when you die. Right? But see, Harvey was prepared for this day. He didn't plan to fall in the water. He didn't plan to fall into 3 degrees below zero water. He didn't plan to die just like us. We don't plan to die. But is anybody here going to die? No! Does anybody here think they will die one day? Yeah. We hope we're going to have long lives, right? We hope we're going to live for a long time. We're going to be successful. We're going to do things. We hope that. But see, Harvey was prepared for that day because he had been studying about a person who has this. He has the power of death, of life over death. Does anybody know who has the power of life over death? Jesus does. That's right. Jesus has the power of life after death. And see, Harvey had prepared for that because he knew that the day was going to come when he was going to die, just like for each of us. 10 out of 10 people die. All of us will die one day. The Bible actually says it this way. The Bible says it's appointed to man once to die, then comes judgment. See, the dying problem we're all going to do. The question is, are we ready for what happens after you die? Are we ready for judgment? That's the question. Now see, Harvey had prepared for that. What do you think happens when you die? What's that? I can't. Your stuff gets given away. That's what happens in this life. But when you die, what do you think happens to you? You go to heaven. Who thinks you're going to heaven when you die? I see some hands. Look, is there any other possibility? Hell, right? Does anybody here want to go to hell? Does anybody here want to go to heaven? I hope I see everybody's hands up. I want to go to heaven. So the question is, then when you die, because you're going to die, what do you have to do to go to heaven? Does anybody know the answer to that? What's that? Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question like this. How good do you have to be